Beloved multidimensional leaders. Within the now of Suzel's last evening, we instructed her to prepare a manual of many of our blog posts since January 2015. This manual included much of what we have been sending to you, via our one wearing an Earth vessel. All of you, our dear leaders, are also wearing Earth vessels, but are in constant contact with your multidimensional self. During the course of our time, according to your Earth vessel, and are now, according to yourself, we will assist you to deeply and intimately unite your current Earth vessel with your higher dimensional expressions within the one of the now. We would like to say that this unity would continue infinitely within your time-bound consciousness. However, you will only experience that deep sense of unity with self while you are in a higher state of consciousness. Hence, you can begin your class now by reviewing the messages that we have sent since the beginning of your time of January 2015. We, meaning the consortium of all your higher dimensional expressions, are gathering into one blissfully awaiting your now in which we can deeply and consciously unite. First, speaking in 3D, sequential terms, you will unite with your personal being a third-dimensional term, higher expressions. Then, again speaking in 3D sequential terms, you will unite with the members of your group. It is our intention that throughout our now with you, that we can assist you to remember your innate process of thinking and communicating within the now. We perceive this process of remembering and returning to full unity consciousness, much like a long row of dominoes falling into a collective picture. Once that first domino, human emissary, clicks into unity with the one next to it, the entire stream of dominoes, human, is activated into transition by the surrounding dominoes, humans. Above is the link to your YouTube that we had Suzel find about the winner of the 2015 domino contest. We directed her to this YouTube because it demonstrated how just one domino clicked into action can create a chain of reactions that influences 500,000 other dominoes. We say other dominoes, as the dominoes are all individuals, yet they are all joined into one purpose. Note that it took an entire company to prepare for this contest. It is for this reason that we are calling a company of you, our beloved ones, to serve this one purpose of planetary ascension. One person standing alone could not complete the very complex pattern that is already carefully prepared by our united purpose. If you see in the YouTube, the company spent much time and group effort preparing for that event. You, our beloved ones, are creating a much greater event. Yes, indeed, you are creating that event because Gaia is a free will planet. Therefore we, your higher dimensional expressions of self, cannot create the event without you. It is for this reason that we, the members of the higher dimensions surrounding Gaia, have sent a spark of our essence into the living earth vessels of humanity. Much like the parable in your Bible, some of these sparks landed in deep water. Therefore, this spark drowned in the UN mastered emotions of that earth vessel. Some of the sparks landed in the harsh sunlight where the thoughts of the spark could not join with the emotions to create a thought form. Fortunately, some of our spark landed in an earth vessel that had just enough water, emotion and light, thoughts to send down roots into the core of that earth vessel, as well as the core of dear Gaia. You, our leaders, are among that group. We see that you have worked hard in your life to gain a degree of mastery over your emotions and your thoughts. Allow us now to present a brief explanation of mastery over your thoughts and emotions. We will go into great detail when our group is gathered. The best way to summarize what masters have spent many incarnations learning is that mastery of your thoughts and emotions can only occur when your personal portal is open. When your personal portal, which you may experience as your spinal cord, inner brains and chakras, are open, you can become fully connected. Again, fully connected is a term that will be deeply explored in our group energy fields. We will now simply tell you that fully connected means that the core of your multidimensional consciousness is simultaneously connected to the core of Gaia, the core of your earth vessel, and the core of your multidimensional self. Remember, dear beloved ones, you did not enter your current earth vessel for your personal ascension. You have all passed these initiations in former incarnations. You, our dear ones, volunteered to bilocate into a small, dense earth vessel to assist Gaia. We salute you for taking this very dangerous away mission, but we know that you are all able to be of great assistance to Gaia. You see, most of you have had many incarnations on the body of Gaia, some of which were concluded with your personal ascension. We will define personal ascension when we are gathered into one. Also, you are all members of one and/or many of our galactic, celestial clusters of unity of purpose. We will assist you, dear leaders, to remember the cluster and/or clusters with whom you are one within your higher expressions of one. We remind you that all of you have had former incarnations on the body of Gaia. Therefore, you are familiar with the many eras of her planetary reality, as well as the myriad challenges that you have assisted her to meet. However, within your now, Gaia is facing one of her greatest challenges. Her planet is overpopulated to the point that she can barely provide for them all. This fact is greatly worsened by the fact that many of her humans, and/or inhabitants in human disguise, have worked to conquer rather than unite with her. We ask you all to think of yourself as a loving parent, much like Gaia, who did the best that you could to provide for, love and protect your children. Then, after you have spent uncountable time providing a life for your children, they got into a bad gang and turned against you. Some of these children created horrific bombs to create immense damage to each other. Worse yet, they tested these bombs inside of your very body. In other words, the children that you created forms for, raised with loving care and great sacrifice, returned your dedication by poisoning you. This may appear to be an extreme sentence to some, but you must realize now that Gaia is a living being. Your earth vessel is made of the very same earth, air, fire, water and ether as Gaia's body. We know that we are, as you would say in your 3D terms, speaking to the choir. However, as our leaders, you need to realize the severity and importance of your mission. You have incarnated onto a planet in great transition. Gaia can no longer wait for her wayward children to return to the light. Gaia is on the verge of planetary ascension. Just as many of you answered Gaia's call at the fall of Atlantis to assist her so that she would not fall off her axis, she calls you now to join in unity with your planetary mother. Just as it took a company to create, align and activate the string of events that moved 500,000 dominoes into alignment, it will take a company of united humans, in fact many companies of united humans, to assist Gaia to win the contest of uniting the many in one purpose. All of you, our dear leaders, have prepared for this now in myriad incarnations on Gaia and/or on other planetary bodies. It is for this reason that you volunteered to take your current Earth vessel. Your current Earth vessel is much like an old Ford Model T. We ask now that you come out of the garage in groups to be the leaders that you know you are inside of your own multidimensional self. As you fully unite with your multidimensional self, which we see that many of our ones are now doing, your Model 3D Earth vessel will slowly and safely transmute into your Model 5D light body. In fact, many of you are within the process now. We are honored to discuss and guide you through this process. Blessings, the Arcturians and your galactic family.